If you are a makeup lover like myself who's finding it painful to go to the checkout counter every time you need to go buy something, this video is for you. Today I'm going to be sharing with you a ton of makeup products that are less than $10. They are good. These things that I have in front of me, which is a whole mess load of things, are really good products, and saving money on your makeup doesn't have to also mean sacrificing quality. So that's something I really wanted to share with you today. Inflation is hitting hard in every aspect of life. And so today we're just going to kind of lighten the load a little bit. If you need to make a makeup purchase anytime soon, you might want to consider some of these options that I'm going to share with you today. And I am going to save one of the best ones towards the end of the video. So please make sure that you stay tuned because you are not going to want to miss that. I have a gem that really can't get much cheaper than what it is. Let's go ahead and start out with the foundation that I find is just the right amount of coverage that I need for just a daily basis, kind of everyday look. And it is the Wet n Wild Tinted Hydrator. They have lots of different shades of this. It has a good amount of coverage, and the staying power is actually pretty good. It doesn't last like 24 hours in, but by the end of the day, it's mostly still on my face. And so it lasts just about as good as any other foundation. Great option for you to consider if you are needing to buy a new foundation sometime soon. And this beautiful product clocks in at $5.47. Can't beat that compared to the most expensive foundation that I have, which is the Estee Lauder Double Wear, which is in like the $50 range. So you can save a whole lot of money by just going to Walmart or Target or Ulta, which you're going to pay more if you go to Ulta most of the time, unless they're having like a sale. I would definitely check out Target or Walmart for your makeup purchases before going to Ulta, unless you have a coupon or they're having a sale. I'm popping back in because I was putting away my things. I'm about to record another video, and I cannot believe that I forgot to tell you guys about this. This whole line of products from the Dollar General from Believe Beauty is all under $10, and they even have a skincare line that's all under $10. This is the Skin Finish Foundation. The amount of coverage and longevity that you get from this is unparalleled in the drugstore. Also, it just leaves your skin looking really, really natural. Not too dewy, not too matte. And I have tried of Believe Beauty. I have tried their bronzer and actually finished that. And it kind of had a nice little glow to it. I really enjoyed that. And I've tried their blushes, and their blushes are like a split pan where it's like matte on this part. And then the top part's sort of like a glowy topper. And those are very, very pigmented. And man, they look really pretty. And of the Believe Skin line, you're just going to have to stay tuned because I have a video coming up very soon about all of the drugstore beauty and skincare that I use. So make sure that you're subscribed because you don't want to miss that one either. But also to consider is Amazon. Amazon sells Catrice, which is a really affordable drugstore brand that you can only get now on Amazon or the Catrice website. And I am going to share a Catrice product with you today that I find is really great. But the one I'm going to share with you right now is the Purito Cica Clearing BB Cream. And it looks like this because my dog got a hold of it right after I bought it. So I had to decant it into a different jar so that I could get it out. This BB cream has an excellent amount of coverage, and it's great if you're cool toned because it is on the gray side. And while I feel like I have a neutral leaning warm tone, I can warm my face up with bronzer in order to make this work. It is hydrating, it is dewy, it has a lot of really great coverage, and it comes down. It's one of the most expensive things that I'm going to talk about today, but it's only $9.80. So to be able to get this, and it has a total of 30 mLs or 1 fluid ounce, which is compared to the Wet n Wild, it has 27 mLs and 0.91 fluid ounces. So not as much, but also I would say that for this one, the coverage level is a little bit higher. So, and the undertones of the Purito are way different than the undertones of the Wet n Wild. Okay, next I want to talk to you about something else about Amazon that sells these AOA Studio makeup sponges. You get them, and this one's dirty, I'm sorry. You get them in a big bag, and I'm due for buying a bag, so this is one of the last ones that I have. And the bag total is the most expensive thing that I'm going to talk to you about today, which is $9.95. These, if you get them wet, they blow up, or whatever, for lack of a better word, very nicely, very bouncy off of the skin, and do a really great job of applying your foundation, soaking up the extra foundation that you might have. So instead of going and buying beauty blenders, you might want to consider shopping on Amazon for the AOA Studios makeup sponges. Now I'm going to talk to you about that Catrice product that I was going to share with you. This is the only thing that I've tried from Catrice. And I did get this from Amazon, but I would love to try something else from Catrice and maybe get another one of these. It's pretty well almost empty, and it's the True Skin High Cover Concealer, and this comes in at $7. And my daughter and I have used this quite a bit, and for 4.5 mls for $7, and you only need a little bit of this product in order to get the coverage that you need. I don't know that I would call this high cover concealer. I would say it's medium coverage, but the cool part about it is it does have hyaluronic acid in it, so you're going to get a lot of moisturization, which is helpful if you have really dry under eyes. But it does have, I would say, medium coverage. Personally, that's what I would classify that as. If you're anything like me and have a lot of discoloration on your face or under your eyes, either, you know, blue, red, whatever you need to combat, and you're in the market for a color corrector, I would definitely highly suggest the e.l.f. Camo Color Corrector, which is only $4. $4 for this. And I love this shade. This is the peach shade, and I feel like it does a really great job of counteracting the blueness that I have under my eyes. And as you can see right there, the blue tone of the veins in my hand, gone. I do love this product. It's one of my favorite color correctors. And my other one is slightly over $10. And it's this one from Flower Beauty. I like this one a little bit better because I think I like the texture of it a little bit better for my under eyes. That one's not under $10. Next, I want to talk about all of the Essence Lash Princess mascaras. This is a pack that I had gotten, which had 4 of the varieties in it. Curl and Volume, it has the False Lash Effect, it has the False Lash Effect Waterproof, and it has the Sculpted Volume. All of these are really great mascaras. Each of these mascaras costs $4.99, so basically $5, and they are really great mascaras. I've tried some mascaras from the Dollar Tree, which, just a heads up, you're going to want to pay attention to later on in the video when I share with you some amazing things from the Dollar Tree. Like, these things are hanging in there with some really high quality products. But I did try their mascaras, and for me, I didn't really like these a whole lot. But because one was too wet, this one was too wet, and this one was too dry, I need something in the middle. But when I shared over on my Instagram, somebody said that they did like these. So I think it's worth trying, $1.25. It's worth trying to decide if they're right for you. Because just because it's not right for me doesn't mean that it won't work for you. Because it does work for some people. Now, powder-wise, I'm not a big, face powder person, and I really only have one that fits the bill of under $10, and this is $8.68 for the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless powder. And I love this powder so much. It does just a little bit of coverage, just a little bit, doesn't add a lot of heaviness to your skin, and does a good job of soaking up any extra oils and maybe patting down some of the dewiness that you might not be wanting. Like when I use this Purito, it maybe gives me a little more dew than I desire, so I like to go in and set it with this, which helps a lot with that. I am looking at my computer screen, which I have like logged all of the prices of all of these things. So if you see me looking down, that's why. Okay, some really, really good stuff is coming up. So be patient. Stay with me. Now I'm going to talk about bronzers, and I have tried this Revolution Ultra Cream Bronzer. I have the shade Light, and I love this. It is only $8, and I do like this a lot, except for the fact that I don't feel like this is very light. I have pretty fair skin, and I think maybe I need to try a different brush, because maybe I'm getting too much on the brush. So I think my main complaint with this is the color, but the formula is really, really great. So if you are someone that maybe has a darker skin tone than me, this is a great option for you because it's long wearing, easily blendable. You saw how I blended that out. Easily blendable and very, very affordable. So definitely something that you need to check out if you are looking to save a little bit of money whenever you buy any new makeup. Something else from the Dollar Tree that I find is very, very worth it. So of course the Dollar Tree, it's $1.25, and it's the LA Colors Matte Bronzer. And I'm wearing it today very lightly in certain areas, but it also has a darker undertone that maybe I would prefer, but I'm able to kind of lightly go in with this with my brush to give just a lighter amount of coverage. And the cool part about this that I really like is it has a little bit of red. Do you see how I swiped that right there? There's a little bit of redness to it, which is what my skin does whenever I get sun. That's kind of what my skin naturally does, is turns a red and then a little tan, not even very much. So I really like this because I think it gives me that supernatural bronzy effect that I desire whenever I am doing that. Now we're going to talk about a classic. This has been popular for years, and it's from Essence. So Essence has that mascara. Essence has several things that I'm going to talk to you about today. A very affordable brand that you can get at Ulta. This is the Essence Pure Nude Highlighter. I have the shade Be My Highlight, which offers such a light, natural glow, kind of like a lit from within glow. Not too streaky, not chunky or patchy on your skin. Very affordable, and this highlighter is $4.99. Again, if you can get at Ulta, if you can get coupons going and things like that, then you get to save even more money on a really great natural highlighter. From Essence, they're knocking it out of the park when they came up with these Pure Nude Baked Blushes. I love these blushes because they have unique colors. If you can see these colors right here, I don't own anything like either one of these. This is Goldie Cassis, and it's purple, which is so different, but it's such an approachable purple. It's not very scary at all. It doesn't show up like purple. It's kind of a, when you shear it out, kind of a pinky purple color. And the other really cool thing about these blushes is that there is kind of a built-in highlight to them. And I'm wearing it on my cheeks today, both of these combined. And you can see that my cheeks are just glowy, but I didn't add any highlighter. This one is sort of a red tone, and it's called Bold Heart. Even though it's called Bold Heart and it looks very bright, it is very buildable and pink, but almost like a reddy pink kind of color. Very glowy, very pigmented, long lasting, wonderful blushes. And these come in at $5.99. So a little bit more than the highlighter, but well worth it because you get a ton of product, great staying power, pigmented, glowy blushes. But if you want to save a little bit of money on your highlight and blush, then you need to go to the Dollar Tree, because the Dollar Tree carries this brand called Ione, and Ione is here to show you how to do some drugstore makeup. This highlighter, this is the Eternal Youth highlight in the shade Gold Glow. Not only is the packaging beautiful, However, it doesn't stay. I only have one of these. I have 3 things from that brand, and only one of them will stay magnetized. So it, you know, for the quality of the product that you get inside of this, I'm willing to overlook the fact that it won't stay closed. So anyway, this highlight is very, very pigmented, and it actually does have like a little bit of color to it. So if you combine it on top of some blush, it will sort of take away some color of the blush, but it's very glowy, very natural looking, and well worth $1.25. These blushes are so pigmented and so easy to blend that I just can't even believe, I can't believe it at all. This one is Happy Spell, and this one is Beauty Spell. Happy Spell is a pink rose color, and it's here to show you some fun and bring some real life to your cheeks. And it comes across really kind of like this color almost. And I did a moderate amount of a swatch to get that amount of color. So I will say they are so pigmented that you do have to be a little bit careful. And for $1.25, wow. This one, called Salmon Pink, is a really beautiful color and has a little bit of glow to it. So really, when I wear this salmon pink color, I don't put on highlighter, which I don't most days, but I definitely don't need to with that color because it has just a little bit of a golden glow to it. $1.25 for some really good pigmented blushes that blend easy. Again, this is the theme of these. These are good products. They are here to rival the really expensive high-end things with their price and with their performance. Next I have this e.l.f. Luminous Putty Blush. The Luminous Putty Blushes from e.l.f. are $7, and they are so luminous. Again, you don't need a highlighter to go with this. You just like being like a really, really glowy. And that's another way to save a little bit of money. Maybe you don't need a highlighter. These certainly can work just fine on their own without a highlighter. So this shade, I don't know what the shade is because it's not on the actual packaging itself, but it's very pigmented and it is not too sticky. Like it's creamy, not sticky. It blends out really nicely, and it does have a very pretty luminosity and glow to the skin, which is very natural looking and not at all like chunky and sparkly and glittery. None of these highlighters and none of these blushes in them have like glitter in them to make that shine happen. Now I'm going to talk to you about some LA Girl brow products. The LA Girl Shady Slim Brow Pencil is such an underrated brow pencil. It has just the finest tip, the product, to really allow you to get in there and create those fine hair-like strokes if you need to fill in your brows in that way. I have been working on this one. I've had both of these for almost a year. My plan was to use one of them and then use the other one. But this Brow Bestie, which the Shady Slim is $5.99 and the Brow Bestie is $6.99. This Brow Bestie has lasted me for so long because I've had them for a year now. I do like this one a little better because it seems to work faster because obviously the product itself is a lot bigger. So I can fill in the areas that I need to fill in faster than with the Shady Slim. And this doesn't break because it's so thick, but it is a really great color for me, and I love this brow pencil so much. I think what I'm going to start doing though, because I did it earlier, is using the both of them because I want to use this. I haven't used it very much at all. So I think what I'm going to start doing is using this one in the front of my eyebrows to fill in the spaces, and then using this one to kind of like go through the rest of my eyebrows. Good brow pencils. But if you want to go to the Dollar Tree, you've got this Ione brow pencil, which is not anything to shake a stick at. It does a really good job of, it might be a little dry because it is a different, it's in the, it's a pencil one. And I haven't used it in a little while. But it has a different undertone. You can tell that this one is a little bit warmer, but when I have used this, I did find that it did a really good job of having some staying power, and for $1.25, man, it's very hard to beat. One more eye thing, and then we'll move into lips, and there's a ton of lip stuff. I didn't realize I had this much affordable lip product situation. I wanted to talk to you about the e.l.f. No Budge Shadow Sticks that I like to use as a lazy liner situation. It has a sharpener at one end, so you can sharpen the tip so that it will stay pointed. I like to use it just as a lazy liner if I want to add a little bit of definition to the, back half of my lash line, whatever. The No Budge Shadow Sticks are $5, and they have a lot of really cool colors, and it does a great job, again, of having some lasting staying power. And I haven't used it as a shadow, but I'm sure it will work really nicely for that and be very blendable and easy to kind of move around. I have one more liner that I forgot to talk to you about. This is the ColourPop BFF Cream Gel Liner. Again, very smooth and easy to use. Doesn't budge, stays in place, and very good pigmentation. This ColourPop BFF cream liner is $8. Let's talk about lips and wrap this video up. It's long. Okay, I love this LA Girl Lip Pencil Intense Stay Auto Liner. I love the packaging and that it has a place for you to put your fingers, and they rest so nicely for you to be able to easily and precisely place the liner exactly where you want. I'm wearing this today, and I filled in my lips with this color, and I topped it with something that's not over, it's over $10. A gloss from Tarte. It's one of those Tarte Maracuja Juicy things. But this is a really, really great pigmented, long-lasting lip liner that will do as good of a job as any of that Charlotte Tilbury stuff, which I haven't tried, but I know it will work just as good. This lip pencil is $5.49. Wow. The ColourPop Libby Pencil, I love this shade, Good and Plenty, and it is $7. I do need to sharpen it, so I can't give you like too well of a thing, but it does also, it's very easy to work with, very easy to blend out if you're trying to create sort of an ombre, or if you want to like start on the out and then blend it in a little bit so it's not quite so harsh of a line. Another really great option, drugstore pricing. Now we're going to talk about e.l.f. O-Face lipsticks. This is $9. You get really lovely packaging. The outside is very soft. It does have a magnetic closure, and this is the shade Dirty Talk, and it's very pretty. It is a dupe for the NARS, I believe, but it is very pretty, and it does a very good job of being long lasting. And I feel like for me, for lip things, because they're naturally going to wear off faster than other parts, because you're talking with your mouth, you're drinking, you're eating, you're, if you're a nervous person, you're biting your lips, and your lip products go away. So to be able to get something like this for $9 as opposed to like the NARS, which is going to be $20+, it's just a really great alternative. Now, I don't know if the shades are dupes, but I know that the packaging and stuff like that is reminiscent for sure. The ColourPop Lippy Sticks are $8, and I love these things, and I really, these are my second and third ones of these to have. And among many of the things that I love about it is it has a nice like baked goods kind of vanilla scent, which isn't too offensive to me. I love the shape of the product, in that it really allows you to be able to form the parts that you want to form without getting outside of the lines. You can use the tip like this to create something like that, or you can flip it and go more like that. So it really allows a lot of option for application. Now, as far as longevity and staying power, this stuff lasts. It's kind of a matte. It's not matte, but it's definitely not glossy. And so that definitely allows for some longer wearing staying power than something like the O Face. So keep that in mind, that these lippy sticks are going to last on your lips longer. And then if you put a corresponding like lip liner underneath, it's really gonna stay a long time. And only three things left to talk about. I really love this e.l.f. Hydrating Lip Core Shine, which is $7. I would like to try a different color. I will say that. While I don't know that this color goes with a lot of eye looks that I do, I love the idea of it, of something very, very hydrating, almost like a lip, like a chapstick, but has a really cool amount of color to it. And it has that core shine in the middle of it. So the outside is the pigment, and the core in the middle offers some extra shine and gloss and moisture to your lips. It doesn't last a long time, but it feels really good on the skin, on the lips. And another one that I'm really enjoying is the Rimmel Kind and Free Tinted Lip Balm. And this is the shade Turbo Red, which I saw from Emily Noel, and she demonstrated it. And it is such an approachable red color. I am not someone who's comfortable wearing red lipstick, even though I think it would look fine and good with my green eyes. I'm not super comfortable with that. And I feel like this might be kind of along the lines of Allie Glines' brand, Ravi Beauty, and her little lip things, because it is very smooth, very hydrating, but also buildable. If you saw that I was able to kind of like build that up. So I see in all of the videos people like rubbing this thing over their lips like 15 times. The same thing can happen with this, and you're only going to pay $5.97 for this. It doesn't last a long time, but it feels really good on the skin. The last thing I'm going to talk to you about is this setting spray from Hard Candy. It's the Sheer Envy Long Wearing Setting Spray, and it is $7.12, I think, on Walmart app. I do feel like this does a great job of helping my makeup to stay and last longer, as opposed to this one from Wet n Wild Natural Finish. I don't think that this does help my makeup stay, so I wouldn't recommend that one. I would recommend this one, and at $7.12 as compared to something like the Urban Decay All Nighter, which is $30. You're definitely going to, I think, be a lot happier in the end with your financial decision if you get the cheaper item. Thank you so much for watching all the way through to the end. This was a long one, but I found as I kept digging and looking at prices, I kept getting more and more excited about the fact that I own so much stuff that is less than $10. And I want to hear from you. Please tell me and all of the other people, let's talk and share so we can help each other save money. What are some of your favorite things that are under $10? Thank you so much for watching all the way through. Welcome into my channel. Subscribe on your way out, and I'll see you later. Bye.